The warning: Eddie Brock is plagued by strange nightmares, vast voids, collapsing stars, and an overwhelming sense of dread. Venom confesses he's receiving signals through the hive mind, cryptic and ancient. Something older than even Knull is awakening. This isn't just another symbiote. This is the Abyssborn, a pre-symbiote being that was banished before time. It's calling out, and it's hungry. Shadows in space. A NASA probe returns from a failed deep space mission. Its black box contains eerie footage. Astronauts slowly descending into madness, whispering in unknown tongues. Upon recovery, the probe leaks a sentient black substance, which escapes containment. In days, everyone at the facility dies from mysterious causes. Venom watches the footage and whispers, "This is a cousin of death." The splinter mind. Eddie begins experiencing memory gaps. He wakes up in different locations, unaware of how he got there. Venom admits their connection is weakening. Something is interfering with the bond, infecting it. Eddie sees a symbol in his visions, a circle of void surrounding a single glowing eye. Venom knows this mark. It belongs to the Abyssborn, and it's trying to possess them. Return of the Stranger. Alina Grace, an ex-SHIELD agent turned rogue, returns with Toxin, Carnage's unpredictable offspring. She warns Eddie that the hive is fracturing. Toxin can feel it too. Some symbiotes are falling under the Abyssborn's influence, turning feral, no longer sentient. Together, Eddie, Venom, Alina, and Toxin form a shaky alliance to track down the source. Calling the ancestors. Guided by hive visions, Venom leads Eddie to a sacred Clintar temple buried in Nepal's mountains. Inside, an ancient symbiote priestess named Mzail reveals the truth. The Abyssborn was Knull's first creation, a prototype made from pure darkness, rejected for being too powerful. Before the symbiotes, before the hive, there was it. Now I want it thrown back. The Earth fracture. At the Pentagon, a high-ranking general named Marcus Knox comes into contact with a fragment of the Abyssborn. The substance fuses with him, creating Knull Void, a human-abyss hybrid. Knull Void begins spreading a psychic infection, hijacking symbiotes and even human minds. Across the globe, reports of hallucinations and chaos erupt. Earth's infrastructure starts to collapse. Escape from San Francisco. Eddie and Venom are ambushed by former allies now under the Abyssborn's control. Cities fall into darkness as power grids, satellites, and military bases are seized. Branded as terrorists, Eddie, Alina, and Toxin flee the country. The world sees Venom as a threat. Eddie knows it's only a matter of time before the entire Earth falls. The Dark Alliance. Knull Void resurrects what's left of Carnage's consciousness, kept frozen at Ravencroft Institute. Carnage fuses with part of the Abyssborn, transforming into Abyss Carnage, a grotesque, reality-warping monster. He unleashes a cult of infected symbiotes known as the Shrouded. They begin converting humans into hosts, rapidly expanding the Abyssborn's domain. Across the void, desperate, Venom takes Eddie into the Black Web, a psychic network connecting all symbiotes. There, they face mental trials, memories of Eddie's sins, Venom's betrayals, and visions of Earth burning. Eddie almost breaks, but finds purpose in protecting humanity. He embraces the symbiote fully, emerging not as Eddie with Venom, but as King Venom, a new form of symbiotic unity. The Venom King, now stronger than ever, King Venom can hear the cries of enslaved symbiotes across the world. He liberates several hosts, forming a rebel army. Toxin leads a battalion across Europe. Alina unites former SHIELD assets. King Venom becomes a beacon of resistance, but Knull Void knows, and Abyss Carnage prepares a brutal response. The Abyss descends. A massive sinkhole opens in New York City, swallowing entire buildings. From it rises a colossus, a towering shadow being formed from the Abyssborn's essence. Its roar shatters glass for miles. Time seems to bend around it. It begins terraforming Earth into a new hive. If not stopped soon, The entire planet will become a breeding ground for its spawn. Love and loss. And Wang returns, bonded once again with She-Venom. She and Eddie share a tender reunion, one last breath of love before war. But during a critical battle, and becomes infected by the Void Plague. In a selfless act, she sacrifices herself to destroy a shrouded stronghold. Her final words, "Finish what we started." Eddie is shattered. Reckoning of the gods. Thor arrives, drawn by the cosmic disturbance. Recognizing the Abyssborn as a threat greater than Knull, he teams up with King Venom and Toxin. Their battle against Abyss Carnage in Rome is legendary. Ancient temples crumble, the sky turns red. Thor wounds Abyss Carnage, but even the god of thunder admits, the creature can't be killed, only sealed. The blood of Knull. The key to sealing the Abyssborn lies in the last drop of Knull's blood, hidden in the ruins of a Clintar ship buried in the Marianas Trench. Eddie, Toxin, and Alina descend into the deep ocean. Down there, hallucinations and whispers tempt them. A corrupted memory of Knull tries to possess Eddie. With immense effort, he retrieves the blood, but the cost is almost fatal. Rise of the Abyssborn. The Abyssborn fully manifests, shedding its avatar Knull void and appearing as a monstrous god, miles tall, wrapped in tendrils, feeding on the Earth's core. Storms engulf the globe. The veil between dimensions weakens. Time skips. Entire cities vanish. This is the endgame. Humanity has days left, if that. The final bond. Eddie, Alina, Toxin, and Thor initiate Symbiote Prime, a fusion of human, god, and symbiote essence. Together, they launch a final assault on the Abyssborn's body. Eddie pierces the creature's heart with a Knull blood dagger, but begins healing. The Abyssborn is eternal. Unless Eddie's sacrifice. Eddie realizes the only way to stop the Abyssborn is to merge with it, to become the prison himself. He says goodbye to Venom, forcing the symbiote to leave him. Alone, Eddie bonds with the Abyssborn and willingly traps his soul inside the black web, using the hive against itself. A flash of white. Silence. The aftermath. The Earth is saved. The shrouded dissolve. The Abyssborn is gone. Venom, now leaderless, mourns. Toxin becomes the new guardian of the symbiotes. Alina builds a symbiote-human peace coalition. Eddie is honored as a world savior. Statues are built. But Venom still hears a whisper like Eddie isn't truly gone. The eye opens. Post-credits. In a silent forest in Iceland, a boy finds a tree dripping with black sap. He touches it. Suddenly, a single glowing eye opens in the bark. A voice whispers, "Hungry." The Abyssborn's influence might be dormant, but it's not dead. Venom reborn. In a lab beneath Wakanda, Shuri examines a black tendril found in the ocean. It pulses with life. Suddenly, the heart monitor spikes. In a pod, Eddie Brock opens his eyes, alive but not the same. He's reborn. Part man, part abyss.